लगा
इसका एडमिशन नहीं कर लिया ना बच्ची का।
कुछ
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you. Ignore it. Okay, fine. How many?
Sir, hosting kitchen చూడండి ఒకసారి.
అదే చూస్తున్నాను.
Okay, sir.
Okay, people ఉన్నారు. Okay, that's fine. Yes. Okay. Fine. So everyone has mute all. Okay, mute unmuted all. Yes. And coming to the screen share. Here it is, document. Fine. So in findings, coming to the findings. See, I would like to say 2 points. When you're writing the findings, you will write what has actually happened, what has told by you by the operator, and what you have found during the investigation. That is a crucial part. First thing, you will write what operator told you, what is the analysis you have done, and you will write what you actually observed during the investigation. So I would like to start from the place where we stopped the vehicle. Right, we have stopped vehicle there itself and we didn't allow the vehicle to move, right? Okay, so what happened on the next day? We decided not to move because they are in hurry in operations. Okay, they want the vehicle. Okay, there is no getting disturbance. Okay, Samuel Kumar. Fine. So what happened? They asked the vehicle, and the people who are the concerned people are with him in the hospital the next day also. Okay, so we cannot move the vehicle without proper clearances. So what we have done, the vehicle was stopped there. The next day, the company's mechanical person, myself, okay, and the contractor person has went there. Contractor mechanical person has went there. We have decided to start the investigation. From our side, what questions we have asked is, what is the main cause for the engine failure? Okay, so there are few things to concentrate. So in our findings, what we have written, the primary things, what happened, he's moving, brake got failed, these are the common things. So from here, see, from here, what is this? See, as a part of investigation, when we are asked the operator, he stated that the engine is not getting started immediately once the engine is turned off, is not relevant. See, he on that day of incident, he told us that the engine didn't get, if the engine gets turned off, okay, it will not start immediately. That is the problem what he has in the equipment. But the other day, when the other personnel has started the engine, it got started. Okay, it got started. So as per his statement, it is not relevant. There is no such problems during the inspection. It was found that the engine is getting started immediately. Fine. First point. So when asked, when they are facing such problems, they stated that this problem arose from the time when the old engine was replaced with the new one. Okay, so when the old engine is replaced with the new one, this kind of problem has occurred. I would like to go into details, and I would like, if you are in this place, there are a few more questions to be asked. And when the investigation is going on with the other person on field, on the next day, you have to observe what is done on the particular day to move the engine. After starting the engine, what happened? The machine is unable to move. The brakes were tight. The steering is not proper. So what actually they have done to rectify it? That is the first question. If they have done to rectify, if they have done some minor changes to rectify it, it means that they are facing this kind of breakdown previously also. That is the second point to consider. Fine. And third one, what made this equipment to, I don't want to show the recommendations now itself. What made this equipment to have a sudden stuck in the steering? Okay. And what about the, see, I would like to ask you one question before letting you know. If your car gets breakdown, or if the brakes of the car is not applicable, what is the alternative? Anyone? Or any
Handbrake,
equipment
sir.
or any bus?
Gear
Yes,
and handbrake.
handbrake. Yes, that's also called as parking brake, right? Handbrake is also called as parking brake. So what about the parking brake of the vehicle? Why he is not applied that? He stated that there is a parking brake, but he cannot apply it. He could not apply it. It's not working. So if you are doing any inspection to the vehicles, okay, cranes or any stackers, forklifts, always make sure the parking brake is working. So if the parking brake would have worked here, what happened? He would have not get down from the vehicle, right? Parking brake plays a minor role, but it's a significant mishap to be considered. Okay, there is no functional and working of parking brake here. So what are the, I would like to ask all of you, what are the prime causes happened here? You can list out what is the prime causes. Anyone? You can say anything. What went wrong actually here? In what way you will go in deeper the investigation? In what way you will recommend? So first thing, the engine turned off. We have to check why the engine got turned off. He has when we asked the particular person, he told the engine log, there will be a fault log which will be provided by us to us from the engineers, which will come from the other state. They'll, in that fault log, maybe they can have a view where the engine got turned off. Fault log is nothing but for sophisticated equipment, there will be a scenario where if any breakdown happens, there will be popping the message in the display. It pops the message in the display. So and so unit is hot. So and so thermal temperature, whatever.
Sir, is there any emergency switch, sir?
Emergency. That's what emergency. Like our this parking brake is used for emergency. See, emergency switch is used for turning off the engine, right? Emergency, it's like if the engine is already turned off, the only alternative he has is parking brake. That's not available. The parking brake has a significant role
If,
of, please tell me.
sir, if that vehicle is designed totally with electrical or electronic component,
Mm.
then any manual stoppage is available, na? So pulling off, normally what happen when you will pull the any wire, anything, it will cut off the fuel. So automatically engine will be
Actually here
shut
the
down.
yes sir, yes, actually here the engine is, I think few people are new, like the incident happened like when the operator is moving from one place to another, the engine is got suddenly turned off and he could not apply the brake, right? And after the engine got turned off, I would like to state a very important point here. Usually most of the vehicles brakes are getting like they get applied with the pressure which generates from the engine. Like after engine is rotating from the accelerator, when they give the pressure in the engine, they raise the engine, some kind of air will be generating and the air will be used for brakes. You know this, anyone? Usually on trailers also, when they keep on raising the accelerator, it will generate the air, pneumatics, and due to that pneumatics,
sir.
the
Pressure brake,
brake the brake
Power
will
brake.
pressure brakes, yes, power brakes or pressure brake, the
Power
brake will get applied. So here when the engine got turned off, he could not apply the brakes. That's also a root cause. Sorry, that's also a one of the thing which is directly
we just
related to incident. Okay, fine. So sir, and second thing, he got down from the vehicle and he tried to keep the wedge. Wedge came in contact with his leg. That is the scenario, sir. So here what happened? Here there are, I would like to come into conclusions. I don't I don't want to drag it along. The main thing, the points I'm saying now are the incident, are the causes of incident. I'm not saying about the root causes. I'm not talking about the root causes. I'm saying the direct causes of an incident. Fine. So here what happens? The engine got
Sir,
failure.
one
That
doubt,
is one
sir.
cause.
One doubt is, sir.
Please tell me.
Sir, when was a brake failure? Then you put a gear. Then will automatically the engine was stopped, sir.
The gear cannot be applied in the engine off condition. The gears can be applied only when the engine is on, right? See, when you can apply gear, tell me. When you press the clutch only, you can apply the gear. Without engine is on, how can you apply the gear? Right? Understood? The gears cannot be applied when the engine is off. Fine. Fine. So here, what happened? First thing is the engine got turned off automatically. You remember, all of you concentrate. Okay. Second thing, he could not apply the brakes because the brakes are pneumatic brakes. If the engine is turned out, even if our car engine is turned off, our steering gets stuck. The same thing happened here. There's a third
stuck and brakes also not work.
Not work because they are powered by pressure. Our car brakes
Automatic.
are electromagnetic brakes. Our car brakes, yes, our car brakes are electromagnetic brakes. As I don't know, like most of them don't know, like our car brake will not have any wires. They are electromagnetic censored. Okay, fine. Leave about car. Coming to this, the brakes are not applied, and the steering is got stuck. The fourth cause, he took a self decision to come down. That is the fourth unsafe action. Okay, that's a behavioral control. There should be a behavioral control. He, in his stress, and he wanted to stop the vehicle, he got down and he threw the wedge in front of the vehicle and it came in contact. That is the direct causes of the incident. Okay, so what are the environmental conditions here? It is normal, it's a daytime, normal. Okay, environmental condition, if an incident happened in at night shift or something, or if it is a rainy day, you will say it is a rainy day, it is lack of illumination. Okay, concentration of dust and dusty environment, also you can take it into consideration. If it happens some fire, gaseous environment, or environmental factors, anything you can keep in environmental conditions. Okay, this is the part, this is the initial recommendations what you have given. So what are the actions to be taken? The non-functioning of parking brake unit to be rectified. This is the recommendations what which have a very significant influence on your investigation part. Okay, fine. So what are the actions to be taken? Actions to be taken, you'll primarily concentrate on the what are the actual causes, okay, happen to the incident. These are, and also root cause. See, I would like to give an example. If you're doing a business with 3 equipments, okay, if you're moving some 100 bags with 3 equipments, tomorrow after 1 year your business goes increased and you're handling 300 bags. So obviously what you will do, you have to increase the equipment count, right? Or if else, or if not, if you are continuing to operate the bags, 300 bags with 3 equipments, what happens? You will not get any maintenance time, right? So lack of maintenance can result in equipment breakdowns, equipment faults, right? So the root cause, when you go to the management level root cause, the root cause is in management level. When the business is increased, the equipment should increase, and there should be a significant amount of time for the equipment maintenance. So the maintenance records are checked, the breakdown analysis records are checked. Okay,
Periodical
how-
inspection are done for.
what do you, please, what is that?
Periodical,
Pre-op checks. That is
periodical,
pre-op.
ah.
So periodical inspection, yes, periodical inspection, maintenance, time windows, schedules. What do you mean by periodical? That's a schedule. There should be a schedule for maintenance, which is not being done. That is the reason the engine got stopped. That is the root cause, because there is no proper window for the equipment. So, and that is the root cause, which again went to the happen. Normally the fines will be going to the CEO and head of the company, because there should be a meeting review of this point, there should be a meeting to be done, and all this should be having an increase in the business can lead to increase in the missions, and the contractor should have such kind of inputs. Everything is missing. Okay, fine. Okay, so actually, if you are in a managerial level, or if you're an assistant manager level, you should not talk all this to your CEOs, because you should talk only till the way extent which you can do the investigation. You should not point out directly to the heads like this is your fault. That is not fair. That's not the way of doing the investigation. After you have completed and after you have submitted the investigation, usually they will come to know the root causes, and they will take the necessary actions. But no one, or in any ways, you should blame the organization or employer. Okay, these are sensitive issues, and one should deal very sensitively. Fine. So what is the second action to be taken? I have written, maintenance team should plan their maintenance activity with pre-ops checks. I have taken what I have written, should plan their activity with pre-ops checks. Pre-ops checks should be done. The RS15 fault log should be viewed, and reason why the sudden engine stop should be submitted by engineering department. So the root cause is why this sudden, because they told there should be a significant amount of time that engineer should come, and but at the end of the investigation, the actual reason to engine failure could not be found, because the fault log is not visible. It could not be found. But we have taken a corrective measure that no equipment will be sent without periodical inspection. Okay, without scheduled maintenance. Fine. So what is that? Fourth one, no operator should get down from the vehicles in case of sudden breakdown. That's an emergency protocol. What is the action to be taken? What is the recommendations you recommended? We took a first three, we considered the mission things, and last two we have considered the trainings and the unsafe action what you have done. Okay, if you would have sat in the vehicle, it would have gone further and it would have stopped. The same thing happened. It stopped. It stopped after going further. It stopped. He did a very risk, so much of risk. So what is the prime recommendations here? No operator should get down from the moving vehicle in case of sudden breakdown or try to stop it by any means. Okay, if he is construction field, or if you're right, if you're doing an investigation for a person who fell from height, so what you'll write? He should not work on a unstable platform, or if he has slipped, or if he has drowned, he should not work without wearing full body harness. You relate this to your every investigation, anything in this way you have to relate. So what is the fifth one I have written? The refreshment training should be carried out, and the Horus operator should operate on periodic basis, and there are additional recommendations also been given, like the operators should be aware of such incidents, and they should know what is written in OEM, Operation Equipment Manual, on emergency basis. Okay, OEM training is given by technical persons, not safety persons. Okay, if there is any no-go items like reverse horn not working, a flag is not there, or a parking brake is not there, that all comes under safety inspections. The safety person will not give clearances to the equipment, okay, to run it. If a person calls safety person to check, then give the clearance, you should not give. You should be with an concerned, even though if you're an electrical person, you should not give, because you should be with concerned electrical department person to give the permit, like to allow the vehicle. So here you will write action to be taken and the control type. This is a control type and responsibility. Okay, who is responsible and what? Here you can add one column called target date. You have to add the target. If it is if it's refreshing training, no operator should be getting down, that is a continual improvement. Target date, you will write continual improvement. Fault log maintenance should be done, and activity with pre-op checks, that's also a continual improvement and immediate. Target date is immediate.
And status.
In that way you have to mention. This is the standard way of status. Closed or open? Yes, good. Closed or open? What is the status? This is the pictures which I'm showing. The backside company is Vedanta. Beside it we have our terminal, and there here you can see this gas terminals and all. This backside is Vedanta, which is a coal handling company. We are not a part of that. And we have a left side, we have a company on the left side. See here I have animated a small pic, like how the wedge came. I just want to show here. See, oh sorry, see here you can see, right, a map person standing, a wedge he kept here, and the wedge came in contact with him. This is how small animation has been done. If possible, to make you understand even more nicely, like I will show you another investigation happened on crane while he is lifting the box. On the next class I'll definitely discuss about another investigation also. Okay, and we have sufficient time. I would like to go. This is the level of injury he has gone.
Sir, ఇది SR పోర్ట్ సార్, ఇది
SR పోర్ట్ కాదండి, ఇది టర్మినల్ అండి, కంటైనర్ టర్మినల్. SR port,
how they stopped, sir, at the last?
At last it went
automatically stopped, or
yes. Actually there is no slope. What is there? There is no slope. There is nothing. He's taking a turn, and the equipment is moving a very slight movement. He decided to keep the wedge. He went forward and it stopped there. He unnecessary risk. Normally no one should get down from the moving vehicle.
Sir, is the wedge wooden one or metal one, sir?
Wooden one. Here the wedge is here, right? See, I've shown you. Oh my god. The the wedge is wooden one. Wooden wedge. This is the level of
Sir,
injury he's
it is
happened.
a metal, sir, yellow color.
This is the wooden one. This is the wooden one. Wooden
one,
wedge.
This,
Yeah.
this one.
Yes, this is the wooden
Wooden
one, not
one,
metal
okay.
one. Okay. See, you can see the wooden scratches here. This is the scratches. See, wooden pieces and all.
So this one is the
it-
initial investigation report or detailed investigation report?
this is the detailed investigation report.
Okay.
Because you have divided into timelines. You have given the findings. Okay, you have done the paperwork. You have done the parts. Okay, paperwork is done. Process is done. Parts.
And in the end, you have to give the recommendation also, sir.
Recommendations are the crucial things, sir. Recommendations are the crucial things. Okay. Recommendation
Final
by with
engine ఎందుకు stop అయిందని identify
we don't have that. We don't have that. So when we don't have that, even we don't have that. What we have, the strong evidence, the machine is not given to maintenance. There's no proper maintenance. Okay, there is no proper maintenance records or breakdown records. So we
Also,
can
sir,
take
there
it
is
as-
CCTV camera, sir.
Yes, we have taken the video from the CCTV camera. We have saw like what has really happened.
This is also, sir, strong evidence.
Yes, CCTV camera. See, normally physical four piece means physical evidence, photographic evidence, personal evidence, and parts. Okay,
Parts, sir.
Even the witness.
okay, a witness. That's four piece. If it is ICAM analysis, we have see.
POP, no,
If-
sir, POP, the pupil equipment procedure and
Yes, people actually there are different kinds of piece, but all the four piece represents the same meaning. People, procedure, parts, process, or people, photographic evidence, physical evidence, and parts all comes under the same thing. You can relate it, and all there is a procedures like 4P. Every investigation is done either in 4P analysis or in you can
fishbone, sir.
take like a fishbone or ICAM analysis. Okay, ICAM is nothing but, just wait, I'll just show. Fine, this is the basic thing. I just want to show the, okay, this is ICAM analysis. See what you can see. Organizational factors, task. What is the organizational factors in the incident? What we have seen now? Training process, mission. What is the organization? How organizational factors are related in our example? Tell me some organizational factors in our example. Equipment.
Training records, maintenance
yes,
records.
records. Yes, maintenance records. There is no proper management of schedules. That comes under
training records.
Organizational factors. The factors which are contributed to the incident. Okay, what is the next one?
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పిన ఇన్సిడెంట్ కి ఫామ్ 18 ప్రిపేర్ చేశారా సార్?
చేయలేదండి, ఎందుకంటే హీఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్ అవర్ మా ఎంప్లాయీ కాదు, అతను కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఎంప్లాయీ. ఇట్స్ కాంట్రాక్టర్స్ హెడేక్.
ఓకే సార్, వేరే ఏదైనా శాంపుల్ ఫామ్ 18 ఏమైనా ఉందా సార్ మీ దగ్గర?
శాంపుల్ ఫామ్ 18 నా దగ్గర ఉంది, ఆల్రెడీ చూపించాను మీకు, చూపిస్తాను. ఇది మన నెట్ లో కూడా ఉంటుందండి ఫామ్ 18. నా దగ్గర ఫామ్ 18 ఉంది. నేను ఒక్క నిమిషం, నా స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవుతుందా?
పవర్ పాయింట్ షేర్ అవుతుంది.
అది కాదు, ఓకే. ఫామ్ 18 నేను పంపిస్తానండి మీకు. నేను పంపిస్తాను, అది మీరు వాట్సాప్ లో పంపిస్తారు. ఓకే, ఫామ్ 18 స్టాండర్డ్ ఫార్మాటింగ్ ఉంటుంది, అది మీకు పంపిస్తాను. ఐ విల్ డెఫినెట్లీ సెండ్ యూ. ఓకే, సో టాస్క్ అండ్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంటల్ కండిషన్స్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ టాస్క్? టాస్క్ ఏంటి? టాస్క్ లో ఏంటని రాస్తారు? వాట్ ఈస్ ద టాస్క్? మూవింగ్ వెహికల్ ఈస్ మూవింగ్. సో వాట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్, వర్కింగ్ కండిషన్ ఏంటి, అది టాస్క్ అనమాట. హీ ఈస్ మూవింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ ప్లేస్ టు అనదర్. ఓకే, ఫైన్. at what time, what he is doing, environmental conditions enti. Okay, so individual team actions, errors and violations. What is the individual or team actions? Individual action enti kada, what is his error? His error is getting down from the equipment and is trying to put some wedge. Okay, absent by failed defenses అని ఉన్నాయి చూసారా. సి ఐకామ్ అనాలిసిస్ మీకు సిలబస్ లో కూడా ఉంది. ఇవే స్టాండర్డ్, ఇదే ఫాలో అవ్వండి, ఏది చదవకండి. సింపుల్ గా నేను ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కి ఇది రిలేట్ చేసుకోండి. ఇవన్నీ జాబ్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్స్, ఏం చేయాలి, ఎందుకు చేయాలి, అవన్నీ సింపుల్ థింగ్స్. ఇవి నేను ఒకసారి పంపిస్తాను, డిస్కస్ కూడా చేస్తాను ఈ పీపీటీ ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ. ఓకే, పీపీటీ సెపరేట్ గా డిస్కస్ చేస్తాను. అంతే టైం 8:31 కదా, ఇంకో పావు గంట ఉంది కదా, నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో individual by team actions ante enti? Individual means what he has done, what is his violations, or sometimes the incident happens with team action also. అంటే కలిసి గట్టిగా చేసిన దాని వల్ల కూడా ఇన్సిడెంట్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎరెక్ట్ చేశారు, స్కఫోల్డింగ్ ఒకలే చేయరు కదా, అవునా? సో కమింగ్ టు ద అబ్సెంట్ by failed defenses, what are the failed defenses?
Sir, these are both, sir, department
off.
also and as well as, sir, operator also. Because operator is not periodically inspection properly, so department will take action, sir, or the department will check during the audit, during the inspection, during the monitoring. They can
Yes.
observe and they can give observation report also.
Yes, the department. Here the department also is involved, but strictly speaking on the basis of incident and the way what happened, like why it happened, why the injury happened, because it is the error, individual error, injury. I'm talking about injury. Okay,
Injury happened due to the
Yes.
unsafe act.
yes, unsafe act. Injury has happened not because of engine failure, because of his unsafe act. He should have left the engine and if it should have stayed inside.
Yes,
That's
sir.
an incident, that's an unsafe action. Okay,
He can leave the equipment, sir, as
yes. So here what is the failed defenses? Absent by failed defenses. What is there here? There is no parking brake. That is the failed defense, right? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
That is
Yes,
the
sir.
failed, that is the defense which is failed actually. There is no parking brake. That is the crucial and root defense which has already failed. Okay, failed defenses, the brakes are not working because the engine got stopped. He tried to apply the brakes, but the brakes are pneumatic. It's also a failed defense. The failed defenses are defenses which are like attempted to control the incident, okay, but they could not be useful in that. Okay, that is the failed defenses. Here the steering also a failed defense because it got stuck. Okay, are you clear? So combination of all these, the accident has happened. Okay, this is the basic, this is the core concept of ICAM analysis. You may read many pages, anything, but at the end these are the core concept of ICAM analysis. Okay,
Sir, we can say
So
these are the contributory factor.
yes, these are the contributory factors. Usually what do you mean by contributory factors? The root factors. Does root cause analysis always determines the contributing factors? In root cause, see, I'll show you. Come on, where it is? Here we have two things: domino theory and multiple causation theory. Multiple causation theory is something which we track to the root cause. See, domino theory means the occurrence of an injury invariably results from complete sequence of factors. Simply like understand, I'll say you what is a domino and multiple causation theory in a simple way, in a way you understand. Domino theory means the result of the incident. Here, according to the domino theory, I will state unsafe action is the driver getting down from the vehicle. Result is injury. The unsafe action is the driver, I mean the operator throwing the wedge under the tire, and the result is it came in contact with the leg. That is domino theory. The domino theory is not studying about the root causes. It says only about the unsafe action and condition at that point of time, at the end, what happened. That is domino theory. Okay, see, climbing the defective ladder, simple example. What is the unsafe act? Climbing defective ladder. Unsafe condition, a defective ladder without with proper rungs. Rungs means steps, which we call it rungs. What is the corrective action? Replace the ladder. Corrective action 2,
Avoid to use,
stop usage of provide
Stop
means
usage of.
stop. Okay, stop use of ladder. This is the straightforward way of domino. What is this? This is the final event happened. Domino theory always concentrated on the final event happened. Okay, coming to the multiple causation theory is nothing but factors combining in random fashion in cause of accidents. Coming to our example, what is the unsafe action, unsafe condition? What is the unsafe condition? No parking brake. That is unsafe condition. Engine got failure, unsafe condition. Could not apply the brakes, unsafe condition. Okay, that is also under straightforward. Why he could not apply the brake? That is again root cause. That is root cause analysis or multiple causation theory or fishbone analysis, anything. Okay, so here I would like to discuss few employee must review. Okay, this is fine. These are the same thing. Fine, I would like to discuss a core concept here. Okay, see, I would like to discuss a basic slide. Here, what is the, you have to follow 5W and 1H. So what we followed, 5W and 1H also should have an when you're doing an investigation, 5W and 1H. That is the theory. 5W means who, what, why, when, where. H means how. See, according to our example, who is responsible for this incident? For the engine breakdown, authorities are responsible because due to lack of maintenance. For the injury, the operator himself is responsible. What happened actually? What happened? We have discussed the incident description. Why it happened? Why the incident happened? Why the injury has happened? Because of contributing factors. When it happened, where it happened, how it happened. That's what we discussed till now, right? So these are the questions what you have to ask. So what in our investigation, what we have done, who is injured, like while he is injured, what he is working with, okay, with whom he is working, is he alone, who will witness the incident. These are all the who questions. These are the questions what you have, what you should remember. Who was injured, who was with him. See here, according to our scenario, the operator. So in some cases, what happens? The man can get injury or some unsafe condition can happen due to contributing factors. Okay, who was involved? Okay, you're saying people are saying some teamwork may happen or some banksman, anything. Who are involved? Supervision, some lifting activity is going on. A crane is lifting one boiler, example. So if it is lifting the boiler, suddenly the rope got snapped, then people are involved because the rigging man is involved. Okay, the inspector is involved. I mean, the safety inspector is involved. Who is involved in the accident also coming into, it comes into picture.
So sir, this investigation report is based on multiple causation theory?
Yes, because we went to the root causes. Yes or no? Because we went to it is a 4P method. You can relate it to ICAM method. Anything you can relate. It is standard method. Okay. For ICAM method, 4Ps and what they will do usually, fishbone analysis and all, what they will do. This is actually, see, I told one, this ICAM method, this is a part of ICAM method. Fishbone analysis is a part of ICAM method. Okay, it's a part. In organizational factors, you list it down.